Hello everybody, thank you for joining me. This is going to be a sad weekend for Togs, Terry's old geezers or Terry's old gals, because it's 5 years since Terry Wogan died. He was a lovely chap full of humour and graciousness and humility. Charles Nove, one of the newsreaders on the Terry Wogan early morning programme, when he first started, describes how he went in to introduce himself to Terry, and Terry stood up and said, "Hello, I'm Terry Wogan," as if anyone coming into that position didn't know that. And that kind of humility and openness made him very popular among his millions of listeners. And I find going in to do Pause for Thought occasionally, as I did towards the end of the run of that programme, I was welcomed in as very much part of a team. And at the end of me doing my 2-minute slot, he would always say how valuable my contribution had been, and he looked forward to me coming again, and made me feel very important and significant, even though I was only doing a very occasional 2-minute slot in a daily 2-hour programme. He also gave that impression just by listening, this idea of it being a team. He had a way of including not only the listeners who would send in emails and he would quote them and engage with them in that way, but also the newsreaders, Fran Godfrey and Dedicoat and Marsh. They were all people who, although they were actually, in terms of other programmes, simply reading the news, Terry would always bring them in and give them and you got to know them because of the way he talked to them and brought out their personalities. And Lynn Boles, the traffic announcer, similarly. And this ability to help people to really be themselves and to grow in the audience's mind by the way he treated them was a great gift. I thought today I would think about that gift, not just in terms of Terry Wogan or indeed of other people who have the same qualities of leadership, but as part of the way God treats us. God's ability to bring the best out of all of us, to make all of us feel valued and important, and for each of us to feel that even though what we are doing as a contribution to God's programme, so to speak, seems fairly insignificant and not very central, yet God will be feeling that it is important, and everything that we do is part of that teamwork which God is working to build up in the world. And so today, as I remember that I'm part of God's team and a valued part of it, even though my contribution may to me not seem terribly great, I hope that you'll share with me in that enormous gratitude that God values what we do, appreciates our contribution to his plan for our world, and pats us on the back when we do our best.